Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Let me set up this room real quick and then we can get started. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up real quick. Let's see, today is April 7th. So halfway done with the trading week, guys. It's been kind of slow so far, nothing too crazy. I mean, Monday was good, but yesterday was kind of slow. So hopefully it picks back up today. I will check the news to see if there's anything affecting the market today. Let's see. So there wasn't any news yesterday. And that's why the market was kind of slow. Looks like FOMC is today at 11. So we're probably going to cut trading a little shorter today. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the market moves. If the market starts to move a little funky, like from now until then we might take it a little easy. But if we see some trades, we're definitely going to try to squeeze some in before the FOMC meeting at 11 today, my time. All right, looks like we're good to go for the most part. Let me just finish setting this up. Let's see. All right, looks like we're good. So let me just get this link out to you guys here, and then we can get started. So let's see. There. Pin that. So over here. It looks like we're good. So now I'm just going to send this out to our social media, and then I'll get you guys the Zoom link for the premium, and we should be good to go. All right, looks like we're good right there. Let me just copy this over to our social media pages. Market just, it's about to open in 1 minute. So we'll probably see some crazy movement here for US 30. We're not going to take anything right now. Obviously, we're going to wait for it to smoothen out. But we'll see how it moves. And then I'll explain to you guys, what generally happens after that opening candle. All right, got that sent out. So here we have a big bullish move. Generally what happens after is once it's done, making its move, it'll either come back to where it originally was or it's going to continue pushing up. So basically right here, or let's see, it has 2 minutes. Oh, this is wrong. Let's go on to 10. All right. So right here, basically once this is done pushing up, what usually happens is price will go back to where it originally was, or it's going to continue pushing up from there. So we'll see how it moves from there. And then once we figure all of that out, we will, once you figure all that out, we will hop into this trade, or we'll look for some scalps in that direction. Get this on the Instagram real quick. And then once we have it on here, we should be good to go. And I'll send you guys a Zoom link. All right, Instagram. Man, they always change the swipe up buttons here on the Instagram options. I try to use the original one, but it's always gone. Let me just check swipe up again real quick. So everybody just tag these. Swipe up. Whatever, I'll use a new one. Should be good. So I'll post it up right there. And here we go. We're just gonna wait for this to close out. We still got like 8 minutes on this candle, so we got a lot of time for it to move and for it to decide whether it's going to continue up or drop back down. All right, let me see. All right, the Facebook's posting. Let me just get this up real quick, the YouTube channel, and I'll get you guys a Zoom link. So let me give you guys a Zoom link real quick. Here you go, the premium. Zoom. All right, there you go, guys. So everything looks good to go. I'll start letting people in. Nice, nice. Morning, Neptune. Morning, Kushi. Morning, everybody. So it looks like everyone's making their way into the room right now. Like I mentioned, this is the opening candle for US 30. So basically, this first candle right here is going to have its, it's going to have a big move. And then after that, it's going to either continue pushing up or it's going to come back down. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're definitely going to hold off on this until that has completed its move. Let's go to the 3 minute. It looks like it's pushing up like super heavy right now. Yeah, big move right there on the 3. Damn, we're here on the 1 minute too. So if you guys are familiar with how I've been analyzing US 30 now, basically I still do the original snipe strategy. So I'll go from the snipe strategy on the 10. If I don't see anything on here, I'll move over to the 3 minute on Josh's strategy. And then if I don't see anything on here, I go over to this 1 minute entry that me and Josh have been, working on lately. And it's been working pretty good. Like win rate's been super high because generally these line up with each other. So if we see an entry on the 1 minute, it's usually going to follow through on the 3 minute, and then it's also going to follow through on the 10 minute. So that's why I've been doing that. It's been working pretty good so far. So we'll be watching for this. This candle closed in about 5 minutes. It's reaching resistance right here. It just broke right through it. Wow, that's a big bullish move. I wonder if something happened in the market that pushed it up that high. I mean, aside from the drop yesterday, usually that happens. So if price drops, I don't know if you guys have noticed that, like whenever price goes down, when the market opens for US session, it usually spikes all the way back up. So like, yeah, for example, here you can see price was going down. And then as soon as US market opened, spike up. Price was going down. What was this on the 5th? Yeah, on the 6th, yesterday, price is going down right here. And then all of a sudden at 6 o'clock, it spikes up, right? So I might be able to create a new strategy for this. It's just stuff that I start to notice like after, because I trade US 30 every day. So I kind of know how it moves. And, it's pretty obvious here, like usually what happens, like right here, same example, price goes down and then US market comes and then it just shoots up. So it seems like during US market, it usually, I mean, for the most part, it's bullish unless there's something that causes it to go the other way. Like for example, right here, see, so beginning, it starts to drop, but then it swings all the way back up. So I might be able to create a strategy for you guys, like a breakout strategy that we can possibly use during a US session. But it's just something that I started to notice here. I mean, if it doesn't come spiking up immediately on market open, it does eventually. So regardless whether it's I mean, unless there's something in the news that's really pushing it down, then it usually recovers back up. Like for example, here it comes down, but then it recovers back up, comes down, recovers back up. And that's generally how it works, either, early US session or midway. But I know we'll see if this pattern continues over the next couple of days, and then we'll figure out something that we can use to take advantage of these market conditions. But damn, look at this big candle right here. So we got about 3 minutes left on this candle still. Let's see how far it pushed up. Market open right here, pushed up like almost 1,000 pips. See where the all-time high is. The all-time high is going to be right here. So it's not, we still got some space. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of these zones because these zones are gonna be irrelevant at that point. Hey, morning, Peter. How's it going, bro? Let's see. Yeah, we still got 3 minutes left on here. If this ends up being the case, this is perfectly fine because then we'll get a sell signal here, and then we'll catch it as it swings back up. Let me see the daily entry for yesterday. Yeah, see, this is why I didn't call the daily entry. A lot of people keep asking me whether, why I don't call it daily entries, because it doesn't look like a good trade. If it doesn't look like a good trade, I'm not going to call it. So like, for example, right here on the, the market was moving funky yesterday. So if you guys were in the live session with us yesterday, you guys would have seen that the market wasn't really moving smoothly. And same situation again today. I mean, today was a bullish move, but we'll see how it actually moves. But I didn't call the daily entry yesterday. I didn't call it on Monday either because it came too late. So if you guys are familiar with the daily entry, basically we look for the first valid K2 signal after market open right here. The signal didn't come until about 10:10, and I usually stop trading by 10:10. But if you did take the daily entry on Monday, this would have hit full TP right there, right? So it just depends on if you guys want to trade it. You know, for me, I'm a very careful trader. I don't like to lose trades. So if it doesn't look good to me, I'm not going to call it. And that's why I didn't call the daily entry yesterday. But if you guys, if you guys still took the trade, you probably would have won this one. You would have lost yesterday's. But, it's kind of obvious when you should be avoiding the trades anyways. You can tell from the market conditions whether it's a good trade or whether it's going to be a risky one. All right, so we got about, let's see, 2 minutes left on this candle. All right, so we'll see how this plays out. Let me check if there's any other zones up here. No new zones yet, but when they do come up, we'll update them. So we'll see what happens from here. Generally, after this candle, the following one will either follow above or it'll drop. If it starts to drop, we can start looking for some sell scalps possibly. But damn, it's still pushing up. So we'll see how this goes. I'm surprised it pushed up this much and didn't provide a buy signal. I don't know if you're on here, Josh, but usually, like if it swings right here on the 1 minute, it usually provides a buy signal, but it didn't provide one today. So we'll see how this ends up pushing through. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Morning. Let's see. So this is the GU trade that I called earlier. The Forex market hasn't been too good, guys. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have been following along, but that's why the signals haven't been coming out as much. There's been a lot of like price reversals here. Like for AJ, I was going to call this for a sell, but it reversed back up. Even with AUD USD, it's kind of weird how the USD pairs are moving because we did call it Euro USD. It hit full TP, but AUD USD is going down and GU is going down as well. Generally, these two pairs or these three pairs usually move in the same direction, but lately they've been going opposite. So that's why we've been, a little more careful with our trades and stuff. But our GU, our GU definitely just hit, let me see that. It hit TP1. So let me give you guys an update here. TP1 for 10. And I think there's going to be another one right after. So we've already hit TP1 for GBP USD. We're about to hit TP2 right now. Almost there. Why does it give me the alert? Dude, it went past, okay, I was at the heck. Well, it went past our TP. There we go, TP2 for GU. It went past the TP and didn't ring. There goes your horn for a TP2 right there. So if you guys are on the premium, you guys did catch this trade. It's another TP right there. All right, let's give you guys an update real quick. So I'll give you guys this over here. I'll give you guys this trade in the public group. I know it's a little late, but I mean, if you guys want the trades real time, they come in the premium first. So there goes TP for that. It's about to hit full TP right now, 40 pips. So if you guys copy that trade from me earlier, it's looking good. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Yeah, I'll take a look at Nasdaq for you. Just give me 1 second. All right, so this candle right here closed. We'll see how it moves from here. Like I mentioned, it's either going to come back to where it was originally before that big spike, or it's going to drop back to where it was before this candle opened. So we'll see how this moves. And then from there, we'll start improvising for some entries. So for this 3 minute right here, we're just waiting for this to provide a sell signal. And then once we get a buy signal, then we'll take it towards the upside. So looks like it's rejecting off that structure right there. Let me see if there's anything else above here. I mean, there wouldn't be any entries here anyways, because price is so far from the pivots, but it's all good. We'll let that play out. Yeah, GU is looking good. GU is about to hit full TP right now, 40 pips. Let's see. I don't know why my well, for some reason it looks like oh, it's a different group. Sorry guys, I'm in so many groups. I see messages sometimes from people in K2, and then I see that like I see the notifications on my phone and I look here and I don't see it. And I'm like, where is the chat? But it's like, it's from Mark's group. That's why. Nice. Sponsor said, pips for lunch, family seat. Definitely. Byron wants me to take a look. He said, hi, dude. How can you look at odd CHF, please? Yeah, definitely. So let me just add you guys to the list here. So let's see. The first person is going to be Paul, who wants me to take a look at Nasdaq 100. And then Byron wants me to take a look at odd CHF. All right, guys. So let me just check US 30 real quick. Make sure there's no entries here that we could possibly take. Nothing there. So it looks like we have some free time right now. So I'm going to go ahead and look at Nasdaq first for, let's see, for Paul. So Paul wants me to take a look at Nasdaq. Let's see. Jetta said, GU probably the only clean setup we've seen in a bit. Exactly right, Jetta. I saw this close and I was like, man, we got to take this trade. So I saw it close below here. And then as soon as I saw that close, I called the trade for you guys. It didn't fill initially. So right here, if I go on the 1 minute, you can see that it didn't fill initially, right? So, I mean, it did, but if you entered late, it was in profit and then it came back down to entry point, and then that's where it filled for me. So as soon as it filled, it came right back down. But yeah, Jetta, like surprisingly, there hasn't been too many good entries lately. Like even our EU trade yesterday, I mean, it was cool, but it was kind of messy. Like we were holding on to it for like a while until it finally shot up. Or not even this one, the one down here. If you guys remember, we have 2 EU wins this week, this one and this one. It was a little messy and hard to get into for some of these trades, but GU is the one that was really smooth. It closed and then it just went straight to TP and then it retested the entry. So if you guys got in late, you guys could have got in that way as well. So other than that, I think that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Nasdaq 100 from Paul. Let's go that real quick. All right, here's Nasdaq 100. I'm just going to clean everything off the chart and redo everything. It looks like it didn't even break out, right? So if you guys remember my analysis from yesterday, we were waiting for it to break outside of the zone, right? I said if it doesn't break outside of the zone, you guys should wait because it's just going to go sideways. And look what happened here. It went sideways. So let me go ahead and delete everything off the chart and I'll show you my analysis from scratch. Zoom out from here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw market structure. So in order to do that, I'm going to turn on the K2 indicator version 2. And once I have this on right here, I can go ahead and draw my zones on the chart. So we got one right there. We got one right there. We got another one right here. We got one more right here. Another one down here. And then one down here. All right, so let's wrap it up with this zone right there, right here. And then after this, we need to get a ceiling. So in order to get a ceiling, well, actually the ceiling's right here. I can just draw it myself because it hasn't really moved much. Wait, that's weird. Let me go on the higher time frame real quick. I'm not sure why because before we had a big zone right there. That's how I drew the, okay, there we go. So actually, I'm just going to delete this. I thought we were at an all-time high already, but we're not there yet. Delete this. Actually, this whole thing right here is a zone. So that's where I got it. I got the zone from the 8-hour. If you don't find the zone on the specific time frame, you could usually find it on the higher time frame. So looking at Nasdaq 100 right here, I'm gonna turn this off. I've drawn up market structure. Obviously, you can see from zooming out, you can see the entire chart, right? So you can see where price breaks up and then it kind of consolidates, bullish consolidation, bearish consolidation. And then there's areas here, right? So it goes from bullish consolidation, it drops down here, bearish consolidation, bullish, another consolidation right here. And it's the same pattern, right? It usually has a bullish move and then goes into consolidation or a bearish move. And currently right here, we had this bullish move and now it's back into consolidation, right? So in order to focus on what's important, we're just going to go ahead and mark off this area right here. And we're going to focus within this zone, right? So this is the market structure that's important. This was previous market structure, this bullish move. And then as soon as it broke into this structure on April 5th, it's just been bouncing back and forth within this area, right? Bounce up, bounce down, It hasn't broken outside of it. So the main key right there here, Paul, like we analyzed this yesterday, the main key right here is to wait for it to break and close past the structure, because once it breaks and closes past the structure right here, the K2SR zone, then price will be moving to the next market structure, right? So for this right here, if price ends up dropping from this point and closes below here, then you can take a sell, because you can see right here, the last time price broke through this area, like if you caught it right here where it broke above it and you took a buy right there, you could have taken that full TP, right? As it shot all the way up there, full TP. Same situation here. You can see when price broke above the structure right here, the K2SR structure, what happened from that point? Full TP right there, right? So as you can see right here, it's the same pattern, just keeps repeating itself, right? So you can see the same pattern here where it's ranging. See where it's ranging back and forth? It was doing the same exact thing right here. So just looking at this over here, it was doing the same exact thing, ranging. It failed to break below or above. As soon as it broke above it, full TP. Broke above it, full TP. It's ranging right here again, just like how it was over here. Range, range. As soon as it breaks below or above, you can take that sell, or you can take that buy, and then you can make some profit off that. So that's basically what I'm looking at right now. It just hasn't broken above or below it yet. So that's why we're waiting for it to actually to confirm before you take this trade. Like, I don't recommend hopping in right away, because you don't want to hop in and then it just ends up, you know, ranging for another couple hours. And then if that happens, you're going to be screwed, because you'll be holding on to this trade for a long time, and you're not going to know whether it's going to be a good trade or not. So that's my analysis for Nasdaq 100. Also look on the scalp to see if there's any, you know, better entry on the shorter time frame. And looking back at US 30 right here, it's doing exactly like I mentioned, right? After this candle right here, this following candle is either going to correct back to where it was before this pushed up, or it's going to continue pushing up further. Right here, it's coming back down. So at this point, we're going to wait and see how this plays out. We do have a pending sell signal right here, which is perfectly fine, because once we get a buy signal over here, we'll take that buy scalp upwards for a win. So that's what we're waiting for right here on US 30. So let me just pull up Nasdaq real quick. I'll just do a quick analysis over here to see if there was anything that you could have taken for these scalps. Here, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and draw this zone right here. This zone connects up there. This one right here. Yeah, so the Nasdaq right here looks kind of messy for these scalps, so I probably wouldn't take any of these trades. I mean, there's a couple entries here that you could have taken. Looks like I would have taken this right here. Obviously, it's the opening candle. But if you took the one before that right here, looks like you would have hit your full TP. So as you guys can see, the strategy still works regardless as to how the market's moving. Even though it's ranging right here on the 1 hour, you can still scalp it right here on the 10-minute if you're using my 10-minute K2 Snipe strategy. So if you took that trade right there, I don't know what the sweet spot is, maybe like 200 or something like that, full TP, right? And this is using the K2 Snipe strategy. So, I mean, you guys are familiar with that strategy. It's the same strategy we apply every day. So if you were applying this, you could have hit your full TP off that. And if you guys are brand new here, this is the K2 Snipe strategy. It's first confirm wick rejection off K2 pivot, to confirm wick rejection off K2 SR zone, and lastly confirm wick rejection off K2 pivot does not touch candle body. And after that, enter on the open of following candle. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, you guys understand the strategy. It's not that difficult. But yeah, looking at this here, this green candle right here rejects off this green pivot. It rejects off this structure. The pivot doesn't touch the body, so we enter a short position. With that said, we let it go and full TP right there with no drawdown. So that's the most recent entry for Nasdaq 100. There was another entry down here, but obviously we wouldn't have taken that because this is the opening candle, right after it. So, but I mean, it doesn't matter. If you took this trade here, you still would have won, because if you took that there, either way, you still would hit your full TP, right? So, I mean, depending on what risk you want to take, they both would have won. Doesn't really matter. But I obviously wouldn't take that trade right there. looks like a buy could be forming right here though for Nasdaq. If this ends up closing right here, this is going to fit all of the requirements, right? Wick rejection off the red pivot, wick rejection off the K2SR level, and the pivot is not touching the body. So if you wanted to take that trade right there, you can hit it both ways. Win, 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 right? But yeah, so that's it for Nasdaq right there. Let me go back to US 30. And it's doing exactly what I mentioned, right? If you guys remember what I just said before this candle closed, I said that the following candle is either going to correct back down or it's going to continue pushing up. Right here, it's correcting back down, just like I mentioned earlier. And at this point, we can start looking for some trades once it comes down to reject off the pivot and structure down here. So we'll look for either some buys or some sells, just depending on what the market gives us. There's just no confirmation yet. So we're not 100% sure what to take, right? For example, right here on the 3-minute, this doesn't necessarily mean that price is going to come down. I already marked it up right here. It's doing exactly like I said, right? I mentioned it was going to come down and then it was probably going to swing back up if we get that buy signal. And then if we get that buy signal, we can take this for a long position right there. But we'll wait and see how that plays out. Until then, we're going to sit on our hands. Here, let's see. Stanley said, "Hey, what's up, Stanley? Man, I haven't seen you in a long time, bro. How's it been, man? I know you had your kid recently. So that's probably what's keeping you busy. But yeah, Stanley, we're actually in GU right now. We already took it. So we're currently in GU right now. I'll analyze it for you again later, but we're in the current sell right now. We're hitting our TP right here for a sell. So our GU is about to hit full TP. Not sure if you caught that, Stanley. I called this in the group. I don't think you're in the premium anymore, right? Because you kind of had some time off. But I did call it right here. So we called GU about at 6 o'clock. So I called GU right here for a sell right there. We hit TP1 right there. We hit TP2 right there. We're on our way to full TP right there. So we're about to hit our full TP shortly. But I'll analyze that for you from scratch a little later. Let me just put that on the list. So Stanley over here, GBP USD. Yeah, man, it's good to see old faces here, guys. I haven't seen a lot of you guys in a while. I know a lot of you guys have, your lives going on with you. A lot of the original K2 members, you guys kind of stopped trading for a bit. But I'm glad to see you guys come back to K2 after, all these months, years, etc. So other than that, nice, man. Good to hear, Stanley. Yeah, definitely. I know you got a kid, so you're busy. I know you got stuff to handle, so it's all good. Yeah, definitely, man. I'm glad to have you back. Let's see, how's it going? Morning, RD. Morning, Wave. Morning, Sam. Sam wants me to take a look at, so let me scroll up real quick. Sorry, we had a couple other questions above here. So let's see, so John wants me to take a look at oil. Sam wants me to take a look at, for Sam, for EC, are you talking about Euro CHF or Eurocad? Just want to confirm before I take a look. Hey, RD, how's it going? Morning. Paul said, I do, however, have a gold buy bias. So we'll take a look at gold as well, Paul. I mean, we might as well take a look at everything, right? Gold. Yash said, by the way, not sure if it's a good time for everyone to enter a buy for CHF-JPY, but I'm in the trade now, looking well so far. So yeah, Yash, we'll take a look at that as well. So Yash, CHF-JPY, and I'll try to get through these quickly because I know we're still focused on the scalps, but we will, I'll try to help you guys out, answer as many questions as possible. Let's see. Morning, Emmanuel. Morning, Steven. Morning, Dennis. Perfect. Got it, Sam. So I got you guys for the list here. Let me just read the list off to you guys real quick. Let me go back to US 30. So for our list here, I have odd CHF for Byron. I got US oil for John. Eurocad for Sam. GBP USD for Stanley. Gold for Paul. And lastly, we got CHF JPY for Yash. So we got about 5 pairs here, or 6 pairs actually. And then I will, I'll start looking at them. So no entry here for US 30 yet. Still watching that. I have my alert set up, so I'll come back and take a look if it does happen. But first and foremost, we're going to take a look at odd CHF for Byron real quick. So we got odd CHF right here. I was actually looking at this sell over here, Byron, for odd CHF. I know we covered this yesterday. This is exactly what we were waiting for too. I was going to call it, but it looked kind of risky because if you guys remember my analysis from yesterday, we were basically waiting for price to, break and close out of this structure right here, which it finally did. But it didn't really look like a good trade to me. Funky morning. Funky, the Zoom link is already there. It shows it's in the premium Funke. So if you want to go to any of the groups here, it's posted above right here for the Zoom link. Funke. Ed over here, nice man. This is great, guys. I like seeing everyone's profits. So everyone's sending me the profits right now. Let's see. So Ed, Ed's the gold guy here. He's made 2,000 this morning. As you guys can see, all of his profits this whole week. He made 2,000 this morning. He made 4,267 yesterday. You can see the date stamp right here on the 6th. He made 2,269 the day before that. And then on the 5th, dude's like killing it. Every day he's making at least like 2,000, 4,000 a day with either. So on the 5th, he traded US 30 with us, does a buy that we took, full TP. He made 1,224. And every day he's killing it, right? So he has a date stamp right here. So April 1st, 2,000. What is this? His other account, 2,000. April 5th on Monday, 1,000 for US 30. He took that trade with us. Ed, again, he took another US 30 trade, another 2,000 there. So Ed's doing pretty good. If you guys have followed Ed in the group, he's been doing pretty good for the past month or so. But there was great profits all morning. Like Ed made 2,000. Trell over here made 1,800. Lee over here made 111. Actually, there was more profits here. Let me see what everyone posted over here. Yeah, Lee actually made more. So Lee made an actual 236 this morning. He was trading GJ and US 30. Ray over here, dude locked in about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 20 euros right here, or maybe 20 or 30 euros trading gold this morning. But yeah, other than that, everyone's been doing pretty good so far. So let me go ahead and take a look at odds CHF real quick, and then we can take a look. Yeah, no problem, Funke. How's it going, Chewy? Chewy said, good morning. Pretty new here. Seen lots of trading groups. Love these streams. Definitely. Glad to have you here, Chewy. So first question is going to be odds CHF. I'm going to show you guys how I analyze everything from scratch, just so you guys can see my thought process on how I analyze things. So here's odds CHF. Here's the naked chart. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the K2SR indicator to identify market structure. So looking at this right here, I'm going to go ahead and draw this down here. We got another one right here. We got one more right here. And if they overlap, guys, we just merge them over, because there's no point in drawing like, 100 zones out here. Like you might as well just overlap them, because you're not going to trade in between the small zones, right? So even this right here, we could probably just extend this over. There we go. Because it's kind of pointless for us to have so many zones, right? So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Once you can see this right here, this is going to be our market structure. So looking at current price right here, you can see price actually broke into the zone around this area right over here. Yeah, right here. This is previous market structure. The reason why I cut this off is because price actually broke above right over here. So this is separate, because once price broke back into this area right here, this, it failed to break above it. Actually, we can start this from over here. There we go. So this is current market structure. So like right here, this is kind of relevant because this is where price currently is. So if I zoom into this area right here, you can see that price broke into this area, and then it pretty much just bounced from here to here, right? It just kept going back and forth. And this is why we were looking at this for a sell, because we did analyze this last session, where we were waiting for price to either break below here or break above here. So I wanted to call this, but the Aussie pairs, they had some unusual movement last night. I'm sure you guys followed my odd USD trade that we called very late last night. It was a small trade for 20 pips. It did hit stop loss. I'm 100% transparent with you guys. We don't win every single trade. Like we win a lot of trades, like majority of our trades hit, but we do lose trades from time to time. So looking at this here, I did call this odd USD trade, and it's kind of weird how it was moving, because we had where's it at? Yeah, odd USD here for a small buy, right? Small move. We had this playing out right there, and it's weird because odd USD ended up going down like super heavy, but our Euro USD went straight up, right? So we hit full TP for Euro USD, but it hit small stop loss for AU, which was kind of funky, because if you look at this here, this looks like a clean bullish move, right? It looks like it's going to keep pushing up at least like 20 pips or even 10 pips. But immediately after we entered that trade, it just went straight down. So that's why I decided not to call this trade right here, odd CHF, because all of the Aussie pairs have been moving kind of weird. They've been doing a lot of fake outs. Like they'll come down and then they'll just shoot right back up. Same with odd JPY right here. I wanted to call this trade because it looks like it's going to continue dropping, right? But as you can see right here, there's a lot of fake outs. Price comes down and then it just shoots all the way back up. So same situation right here. I don't want to get screwed and take this for a sell. And then it ends up, shooting all the way back up, all at random. So looking at this right here, Byron, this does look like a good sell if you're using, the strategies that we apply here. However, it's a risky trade because the Aussie pairs have just been moving kind of weird lately. To get a better confirmation for this, we can pull up the Aussie index right here, the AXY, and then we can pull up the SXY over here, which is the Swiss franc index. So as you can see right here, this is coming down and this is going up, right? So with that said, the Aussie CHF should be coming down, right? Because if you guys are familiar with how these currencies move, basically, in order to see how these move right here, you could see that when price comes down, that means that the second currency, I'm just trying to scoot this over. Yeah, when price is going down, that means that the second currency is stronger than the first currency. Vice versa, when price is going the opposite direction up, like right here, when price is going up, that means that the first currency is stronger than the second. So looking at the indexes over here, if the Aussie index is weak and the Swiss franc index is strong, then you can expect odd CHF to continue heading down, right? But looking at the indexes right there, there's a lot of uncertainty. It's not guaranteed that it's going to continue dropping. Just looking at this here, this looks like it could swing back up, and this looks like it could swing back down. So that's why I wouldn't mess with odd CHF right now. So that's pretty much my analysis for odd CHF. Let me go ahead and take a look at the US 30 real quick to see if there's any entries. All right, so we got 5 minutes left on this candle. This is going to be a little tricky, guys. This is going to be a buy entry that's available for a buy scalp. But I don't know if I would want to take it because of how the market's currently moving right now. Actually, I might take it. We'll see. So we got about 5 minutes left on this candle. If this candle closes right here, you guys are familiar with the K2 Snipe Strategy. Where's the requirements at? Sorry guys, let me pull this up real quick. I don't know what happened to the requirements. I usually have them like right here. Okay, I'll just copy this over. So I'll go back to US 30. So if you guys are familiar with the strategy that we're looking to apply, it's a K2 Snipe Strategy. Basically, we want to confirm a wick rejection off the K2 pivot. It's rejecting off all the pivots right here. It's also rejecting off the K2 SR zone. So with that said, the first two requirements are met right there, 1 and 2. Lastly, you just want to make sure that the pivot isn't touching the candle body, which obviously it's not touching right now. So if that ends up closing with this candle above this area, then your fourth requirement is to enter. So that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much what we're looking for right here. But like I mentioned before, this is kind of risky because price hasn't necessarily came down all the way to where it was originally yet. So it might come down a little further before it shoots up, or it might even come down even further and just reverse on us. But we'll see how this closes. This closes in about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So we'll just wait for that. And then same here for the 3 minute. If this ends up giving a buy signal right here, then we'll take that buy. And then it'll coincide with our buy right here. So that's kind of what we want. We want the confluence on the 3 minute to match up with the 10 minute so that we can take a trade and feel comfortable about entering it. Same here with the 1 minute. If they both have buy signals, if this gives a buy signal, this gives a buy signal, and this gives a buy entry, then odds are it's probably going to keep pushing up. So we'll see how this plays out. We still got 3 minutes left on this candle. Let me check the list of questions to see if there's anything else here for me to take a look at before we continue. All right. Nice. Yeah, Ed said break and retest incoming for gold. So I'll take a look at gold too for you guys. Let's see. So I'm done with odd CHF. Next up, we have US oil for John. We have Eurocad for Sam. We have GU for Stanley. Gold for Paul and Buyu. And also CHF JPY for Yash. So let's see. I think we have some time to... All right, we got 3 minutes. So I got 3 minutes to take a look at oil real quick. So I'll just analyze that for you really quick. I'm not going to give a detailed explanation. I'm just going to go and analyze it for you. And then from there, we're going to, I'm going to go back to US 30 for some possible scalps. So I'm going to zoom out from this point. All right, first thing I'm going to do is draw market structure here. Let's close that. Market structure, K2SR indicator right there. And I'll do this really quick so you guys can see how fast you guys can analyze these pairs. It's not really that difficult. I mean, I take my time sometimes and I slow down just so that you guys can understand. But if I'm in a rush, it's not that difficult. It takes like a few seconds for you guys to draw market structure, and then you can focus on what's important. Because I feel like whenever people draw market structure, when I see them draw it, like people take a long time drawing market structure. It shouldn't take that long, because if you take too long drawing market structure, that could be the difference between you winning a trade and losing a trade. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and draw this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and there we go. So what's important here is probably going to be this area where, I mean, they're both kind of like, so this is going to be the important market structure because obviously this right here is old market structure. This is current within this area right here. So just looking at current price, I mean, you can also take this off if you really wanted to. You can take those off and you can see price has just been ranging between these two zones right here, right? I'll just leave them there for reference. But what we're looking for here really is for price to break and close either above here or below here. That's the main thing that we're looking out for here, because that's going to determine whether price moves to a new market structure, right? So if price breaks above here, then we can expect it to keep pushing up higher because that's going to be brand new market structure within this area. Vice versa, if price breaks below here, we can expect it to push even lower because this is going to be brand new market structure right here, because price has just been ranging within this area since March 18th, right? There's no problem with it. You can still take trades within this area, but obviously this is going to be the bigger move if price breaks above or below here. So let me go back to US 30 real quick. I'll come back to oil, John. I'm not done with it yet. There's possibly going to be an entry here. This closes in about 40 seconds. I don't know if this, I'm not going to take this trade myself. If you guys want to take it, feel free. I'll give you guys the parameters, but I'm not going to take it. So Steven, just a reminder to you, if you guys know Steven, this is not a trade for you, Steven. This is a risky trade. So don't copy this trade. We already had this talk for the past week or so about you taking risky trades. You need to hold off and be patient. So yeah, let me just mark this up for you guys real quick. We got about 15 seconds left on this candle. If you guys want to take it, feel free. If not, and I'll tell you, if I end up taking it, then yeah, it's going to be a decent trade, but I'm probably not going to take this one. I'm going to wait for the 3 minute to give me an actual buy signal right there, and I'll catch that on that trade. So here we go. Here's the entry for the scalp right here. If you guys want to take it, this is an at your risk trade. I'm not going to take it myself because it still looks a little risky to me. I'm going to wait for an actual entry to appear on the 3 minute right here, and then I'll take that. It looks like it's going to play out anyways, but I just, for me, I'm a careful trader. I don't like to take trades. I don't like taking unnecessary risk. But this would technically be an entry here. So if you guys want to take it, feel free. Here are the parameters. But remember, this is an at your risk trade. And I'm not taking this, nor do I recommend anyone to take it. But if you guys do want to take it, that's going to be your entry right there. Yeah, Steven, you need to just be careful with your trades. I wouldn't take this one right here. But if you guys do, because I call risky trades for you guys sometimes and they still hit. It's just for me, I don't like losing trades. So I prefer to, maximize my win rate and just take trades that I know are for sure. Like if I feel 100% confident about a trade, I'll take it. But I don't feel 100% confident about this one. Like if I see a second entry here, if this ends up rejecting off this point and it provides for a second entry for better positioning down here, then yeah, I'll probably take that trade, but I'm not going to take the first one. So I'm going to hold off on that. Let's see. Poppy's asking, how do you calculate lot size on US 30? I mean, depends on your broker, Poppy. You just use basic math, right? Like for FTMO right here, for a standard lot, it's gonna be $1 a pip. So if I was to risk this trade right here for a standard lot for a 1.00, this would be a $500 risk. For you, I'm not sure what broker you're using. Each broker values it differently. So depending on your broker, that's depending on your broker, that you'll know how much it's worth, because it's not like we're not sure if you're using a standard lot broker, a mini lot broker, a nano lot broker. Each broker is different. Like if you're using Hugo's way, a 0.01 is going to be completely different from FCMO or from CoinX or from FX Choice or for IC markets. If you could be a little more specific, Depapi, then we can probably answer your question better. But I don't know which broker you're using. I don't know how they measure it, but each broker measures them differently. So it just depends on what broker you're using. So yeah, like I mentioned, guys, I'm not taking this trade right here. If you guys took it, I mean, it's in some drawdown right now. This is why I decided not to take it. If I see another entry right here, then yeah, I'll probably take it for a better positioning down here, like I mentioned, but I'm not going to take that first one. I'll let you guys test the waters. Hopefully you guys didn't take a big lot size because it is a risky trade right now. So we'll come back to this shortly. Let me finish analyzing oil for John real quick. So John right here, here's US oil. Like I was mentioning before, the important parts right here are going to be whether it closes above or below this area. This is going to be key. And in order to have a bias, we can turn on the momentum indicator. All right, so right here we have a pending sell signal, right? If this ends up closing below here, odds are it's going to come and test this area down here. So I personally wouldn't mess with it yet, John. I mean, if you really wanted to trade it, you could wait for it to even close above here or below here. But so I don't trade oil, so I don't know if this is a big move or not, or if it's even worth your risk, right? If this is worth your risk to catch a little move this way, then take it. If this is a good enough risk for you to take your move this way, then you can take it as well. Because you can see here that the last time, price broke below here, it's still pushed down there. So you could still hit your TP if you're going for a small TP, right? You're not going to catch that big move, but that'd be good enough to catch that little scalp if that's what you're really looking for. Vice versa, you can see the last time price broke above here, right? Price ended up pushing up to here. So you can still catch small moves within US oil, but if you're looking for that big move, like where price goes to new market structure, it's going to be down here or above here. But right now it's just going to be ranging within this area. So that's, this is going to be your small confirmation. This is going to be your big confirmation. So that's pretty much what I would be waiting for. If it closes right here, it'll push up. If it closes below down here, it'll push down. And then the real key is when it starts to push even higher above here. That's what you'd be looking for, because you can go for those bigger moves once it closes below here. So that's it for oil right there. Next up, we have Eurocad for Sam. So let me just check real quick. US 30. See this trade right here, guys? This is why I don't take it off the, if it doesn't look good to me. Yeah, Neptune said, thank God I didn't take that. Smart move, Big Dog. Big Dog said, not entering. Patience is key. Yeah, exactly. I'm not entering either, guys. And this is why, because you really don't know what's going to happen. Like if prices, it still hasn't corrected back to where it was originally, right? So I mentioned that after the opening candle from right here, and we do have a sell signal pending right here as well for the daily entry. So there's another possible entry right there. So there's a lot of possible entries right now. It's just risky trades right now that are available. So it's, so I'm kind of cautious with the trades that we're looking at. So here's a US 30. This might be the daily entry. We have about 4 minutes left on this candle. Yeah, it just looks too risky right here. Let me go back to GU real quick. See, Jeremy said, what do you believe about GU, possible scalp? I mean, we're already in GU right now. Jeremy, we were trying to hit our full TP right there, but it pulled back a little bit. So I'll take a look at, I'm going to look at GU after this next pair anyways. So I don't know if I see any possible scalps here, but I will, I'll add it to the list. Let's see, Jeremy, GBP, USD scalp. Nice. Paul said gold buy success, 1,300 profit. Congrats, Paul. Yeah, I'm not sure if you were following the, well, yeah, it's the same analysis that we were looking at yesterday right here. Kind of played out like we were marking it up. But I'll take a look at gold shortly. Let me just finish looking at US 30 real quick. That sell signal right there is still bouncing around. So we got about 3 minutes left on this candle. So with the 3 minutes left, I'll look at Eurocad for Sam real quick. I'm gonna keep going down the list, guys, because I just want to make sure that everyone's questions get answered and that we're not, sitting around for too long. So let me just go ahead and zoom out from there. So here's a naked chart. First thing I'm going to do is turn on the K2 SR indicators to identify our structure. So here's market structure above here, market structure right there, market structure right here. And for you guys who are brand new here, if you guys want access to these indicators, you can grab these on the website. If you guys have trouble, marking market structure, because I do see a lot of people who struggle with market structure. They end up drawing market structure in like the randomest places. Like it's not even proper market structure. And this takes out all the guesswork because my algorithm is programmed to identify only the strongest structures. So when you turn this off right here, here's perfect market structure, right? Price breaks into here, consolidation, bearish move right here, consolidation, bearish move, consolidation, bearish move, consolidation, and now a bullish move right here. So looking at current price right now, we can probably chop this up to right here because like I mentioned, if you guys were following my strategy that I used for odd CHF or Byron, I mentioned that when price breaks out of this area, so this is previous market structure, right? It was bouncing between this area. As soon as price broke outside of it right here, this provided for a buy entry. So if you took this trade right here, following my analysis about identifying market structure and waiting for price to break and close outside of it, you would have hit full TP right there. Because for here, you would have been waiting for price to break below here or above here, right? So if we go back to here, you can see that this is market structure right here, right? You can see that price comes down, comes up, comes back down, and you can even chop this up to more different parts. So like, for example, right here, this is current market structure, or price breaks into the structure, it bounces back, and then just ranges. As soon as it breaks below, right here, another full TP right there, right? There's a lot of ways to take trades here. Full TP right there. Same situation right here, right? Price breaks below the structure. You take a trade right there. You reach this structure down here, full TP again right there, right? So as you guys can see, this strategy works for everything. It's not just for certain pairs. It works for literally everything. But yeah, Sam, looking at odd CHF right here, or odd CAD, I'm not sure if you took this trade, but yeah, this would have been a valid entry right there. Unfortunately, I missed it myself because I was looking at other pairs, but this looks like it would have been a good entry. It's about to hit full TP right there if you took this one, Sam. So looking at this here, I think price is going to continue pushing up from this point up until the zone right here. And then once price reaches the zone, it's either going to reject off here or it's going to come up even further. So this is going to be a key area as well, because when price breaks above here, this is going to be brand new market structure, right? So keep an eye on this, Sam, because if price breaks above here, this is going to be a straight push up even further. So let's go back to US 30 real quick. No entry there for that scalp. This signal right here didn't close either. So it doesn't look like there's going to be any. All right, looks like we got another 10 minutes coming for US 30. No entry right there. This scalp right here is not, it's still like heavy drawdown. This is why I decided not to take this trade, right? So yeah, it's not at this point now. It looks like price is starting to shift from the to the downside. So we'll see how this moves. But we'll still be looking for some trades along the way as well. So we'll keep watching for it. If this becomes the if this shows up as the daily entry, then I might take this and I'll call this for you guys as an official trade. But we have another 9 minutes. So with that said, I'm going to go back to Eurocad. And yeah, this is pretty much what I have marked up for you here, Sam. So Sam said, I'm still in it right now. Nice. So Sam's in this trade right here. I guess he applied the K2 SR strategy, and then he identified this entry at this point. So it looks like you're deep in profit right now, Sam, if you got in at this point right here. Yeah, you're in profit about like 40 pips. So that looks good so far. Looks pretty solid for the most part. Yeah, it's on its way to full TP. So other than that, let me see what else we have over here. Our GU's coming back up. So I'm already out of this trade, guys. I got stopped out in profit at TP2, which was about 20 pips. So I got out right there. When this moved down right there, I moved my stop loss in profit. Let's see who else is here. Cheryl. Damn, look at Cheryl. She locked in 2,315 trading US 30 and S&P. So as you guys can see here, everyone is consistently killing it in K2. If you guys have been following all of my live sessions, you can see like literally everybody is just killing it. But nice work, Cheryl. So she locked in 2,315. She just took a, yeah, her most recent trade was at US 30 sell. She caught it as it came down. So she was probably seeing how I mentioned that that price, when it comes from this point, it usually ends up coming down or it continues pushing up. So a lot of you guys have been following my analysis when I mention this, because I mention this every morning. And it looks like Cheryl followed it perfectly, right? Because I mentioned if it was going to come down, she caught that move, drop back down here, and then she hit her full TP right there for 580 bucks. So great work, Cheryl. All right, so this looks pretty solid right here. It looks like US 30 is bouncing back up, swinging back into profit for the scalp right here. And this is what I mean about it being risky, right? Because the price is really indecisive. It's going up, it's going down, it's going up, it's going down. It's really hard to determine, what trade that we'll be looking for here. If I get a buy signal here, though, I'm going to take it. So that's what I'm going to be looking for there. But we still got 7 minutes left on this candle. So I'm all done with Eurocad for Sam. The next question is GU for Stanley and Jeremy. So I'm not going to mark up the official chart because we have an active trade running. I'll just pull it up here on a brand new chart for you guys so that you guys can see it on this end. So let's see, we got GU over here. All right. So we got GU right here. Going the 4 hour. So yeah, looking at this right here, guys, I'll zoom out, same analysis. First thing I'm going to do is draw market structure. So I'll turn on the K2 SR indicator and I'll go ahead and draw this right over here. There we go. So we got that right there. We got this right there. We got this right here. Let's see, Sam said, you taking this buy on the 3 minute? I'll pull it up for you 1 second, Sam. Let me just finish drawing this right here. All right, let me go back to US 30 real quick. How did I miss that? Yeah, I'm gonna take that buy. So guys, if you guys want to take this buy right here, you guys can take it. Here's the entry point. Damn, how did I miss that? All right, so I'm currently in the trade right now, guys. If you guys want to take it, mark this. So you guys can see it's playing out exactly like I drew up right here. It came down a little bit, now it's swinging back up. So if you guys want to take this trade right here, this is going to be Josh's 3 minute scalp. Let me go ahead and grab this real quick. Let me see what the pricing difference is for FTMO. So 33472 minus 33469. Oh, it's only off by like 3 pips. It's not even off by, let me do it again. I might be tripping. Let's see, 33474 minus 33470. So we'll just round it up to about 5 pips because it's, it's bouncing around a bit. So let me see, my TP is going to be 33502 minus 5. That's going to be my TP. Stop loss is going to be 33422 minus 5. Oh, fuck, wrong button. Wrong button. 33422 minus 5. All right. So I'm going to set my TP stop loss right here. So the entry point for this trade is going to be 33,467. And then the TP is going to be 33,497. And the stop loss is going to be 33,417. So I'm just reading that out for Steven because Steven wants me to read it out loud. So I got that set up right there. My TP is 33,497. All right, looks like it's all right. So I'm gonna leave it alone and then just let it play out. If you guys aren't familiar with the strategy, this is Josh's 3 minute strategy. So I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert right there. Josh K2 3 minute TP. All right, I got my alerts all set up right here. All right, I got everything all set up right here. So everything is good to go. If you guys aren't familiar with Josh's strategy right here, I'll just put it over here real quick. Let's see. Josh K2 US 30 3 minute scalp. So first, I want to confirm K2 momentum signal. 2A, confirm signal candle is breaking and closing past K2 pivots 3+4, or 2B, confirm signal candle is above both pivots for a buy or below pivots for a sell. And then after that, enter on the open of the following candle. All right, so that's pretty much it right there. This is Josh's 3-minute strategy. So the reason why I took this trade was because we had a K2 momentum signal right here for a buy. For 2A, you just want to confirm that the signal is breaking and closing past K2 pivots 3 and 4. Right here is the pivots, the orange and red lines. So you can see right here, this green candle broke above it and it closed. So with that said, that's 2A. So the first two requirements were met, or all the requirements actually, they're met. So that's why we entered on the open of the following candle, which was right there. So I entered a little earlier or a little later. So I got a better positioning down here, which is fine. But yeah, we're letting this run at this point. So I'm taking that trade right there. If you guys took the 10-minute scalp from earlier, the risky one, it's now back in profit. And then we don't have an entry here for the daily right now. So other than that, I'll let this be. And then we can, continue on with our questions here. Thanks, Sam, for letting me know. Man, that's weird. I don't know why I don't have the alerts that come up for. Yeah, I'm just gonna edit this real quick. US 30 Josh 3-minute signal. Oh, because it came up prior. No, that makes sense. All right, it's currently in profit right now. It's looking good. Other than that, let me go ahead and go back to the questions here. So let's see. All right, so we're gonna take a look at GU. That's what I was looking at earlier. So here, I'll just start over with GU, guys. Sorry, I got caught up with the scalps. So anyways, here's a naked chart right here. So there's nothing on the chart, naked chart. First thing we're gonna do is turn on our K2 SR indicator, and we're gonna go ahead and draw market structure for you guys. So first off, we're gonna draw market structure above here. Then we got market structure below here. Then we got market structure right there. Right there. Yeah, definitely. No problem, Steven. So you're currently in profit. It's looking good. So I want to make sure you get funded this time, Steven. I want to make sure you pass your FTMO, because I know that's one of the one of the big dreams that you have. Quit your job, trade full time, like a lot of us are doing here. And I'm gonna make sure you reach that goal, bro. So I'm gonna help you as much as I can. I know you ask a lot of irrelevant questions, but I'm still gonna try to help you out as much as I can. So anyways, looking at GU over here, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. So it's kind of tricky. This market structure right here is kind of tricky for how it's been moving, because let me see, price broken to this area here. All right, so just looking at this from a bigger perspective, you can kind of chop up market structure, right? You can chop it up from here, like price broken to this area, had a bullish move, broke above here. That's one market structure. Over here, price broke above again. That's another market structure, right? But I'm trying to catch this current market structure right here, because it's kind of messy, because price did shoot above here. So technically this whole area over here is considered market structure. So I can go ahead and just delete this, or I'll mark this up right here, because generally this would just be considered a fake out. So this would be a fake out right here. So maybe we could just ignore this area right here, and then chop this up from this area over here for it to be, because this is an outlier. Generally, price would have been stuck within this area if we didn't have price break above here, right? So this would have been the current market structure. So we can probably just look at this from right here and just look at it from this perspective. So the reason why we took the sell right here is because we had the sell signal, right? If you guys are familiar with the K2 SR strategy, we turn on the momentum indicator. So once we have market structure drawn up, we identify the bias. The bias here is for a sell, right? So with that said, as soon as price broke and closed below here, that's why we took that sell entry. right there, right? So that's why we took this entry right here, and that's how we hit our TP going down from this point. Looking at it currently, this might perform like a break and retest, Stanley. If you're looking at this for at the 4 hour, we're currently out of the trade already, so I don't necessarily plan on. Well, I'm out of the trade. I got stopped out in profit at 20 pips, I believe. So right here, you can see price came down, it broke structure, rejected off this point. So it's basically a break and retest. This is kind of what I see possibly happening. Price broke structure. It's now retesting structure, and then it'll probably come back down. Maybe, there's no guarantee it's going to come down, but that's maybe what might happen. The thing with GU is that it's been moving kind of funky, like with all the other USD pairs. So if you compare GU with like AU, so like, let's see. So AU over here is having the same problem, right? It's pushing up. EU is the trade that we took over here. We had a nice bullish move, full TP off that for 2 trades this week. GU over here and AU are both moving kind of weird. This is kind of moving up, but it was moving down. And then same with GU over here. So I'm glad that we're out of this trade already. But just looking at this from this perspective, my broken down analysis over here, this might reject off this point and then come back down. And the reason why I think that is because we still have a sell bias right here, right? Until we get a buy signal, I'm still looking for some sells. Like for example, right here, I would have started looking for some buys once we got this buy signal right here, but there was no buy signal over here yet. So it just might reject off this point and then come back down for that full move to test this structure below here. And then once it reaches this point, it can either bounce off here or it can continue to drop further from there. So this is pretty much what I see happening right here for GU. Stanley's asking, is a 3-minute strategy able to trade all day? Yep, all day, Stanley. That's how everyone's been making profits. So if you guys have been following our profits here, I know you haven't been around, Stanley, but you can see that I've been posting everyone's profits all day, right? So these are all the profits from this morning, just this morning. Cheryl made 2,300. Ray over here made about 30 to 40 euros. Lee over here made about 236. Ed over here made 2,000. And this is a timestamp for today, this morning. Trell over here made 1,800. And then this is from last night. So last night, Lee over here, he was still doing some scalps. He took a GJ scalp right there. Jonathan over here took some US 30 scalp. So he's trading this like at 6 p.m., right? This is Asia session. Steven over here made some profit off US 30 yesterday. And then Tam here. So these are all afternoon session trades for these scalps. So you don't have to trade it during New York session. However, it does work best during New York session because that's when we have the best volatility. But obviously you can see here that people trade it, all day, literally. So let me go over here real quick. Nice. Tam, she caught that Nasdaq that I was looking at earlier. She locked in 190. So as you guys can see, everyone is killing it, guys. Like even this morning. So right here again, Tam made 211 off Nasdaq. That was the Nasdaq buy that I was talking about earlier. So nice work. She said second scalp running nice. So she got 2 scalps running right here. She has this first one, she made it 190. And then her second one, she's making about 211. So nice work, Tam. Yeah, other than that, let's see. Ed over here. Damn, Ed locked in some more profit, 2,518. That's crazy, Ed. Nice work, dude. So you guys can see everyone in K2 is on fire. Like, even though I'm not taking those trades, like everyone else is still taking those trades here. Ed's up 2,500 for the day. Tam's up about like 400, 500. Cheryl's up 2,000. So everyone's doing pretty good this morning overall. Looking back at our US 30 trade over here, it looks like it's still bouncing around. It's currently in profit, but it's bouncing around right now. Same with the 10-minute scalp. If you guys took that over here, it's currently in profit as well. So all the trades I've been calling this morning are all in profit. They're all looking good. And we're just going to continue to let them play out how they're supposed to. So that's it for GU right there on the 4 hour. I know Jeremy wanted me to take a look at it for a scalp. So let me go over to the 30-minute for a scalp move. Let's see. So looking at this right here, I think this might hit TP already for the scalp move, Jeremy. So if you missed that right there, I think the sweet spot for this is like 30 pips. So if you took this trade right here for a scalp using the snipe strategy or the pivot strategy, whichever snipe strategy you like, it already hit full TP off that, Jeremy. So depending on what you Oh man, here goes Steven with his questions again. Steven, hey Steven, stop, like you're doing too much, bro. If you keep trying to do too much, you're gonna blow your account. So I already told Steven of all directions. Like if you guys have been in these webinars every day, you know Steven asks a lot of these questions. So here's his question: gold, silver. Is there also diamonds and emeralds we could trade? I mean, I don't know, Steven, but you shouldn't be looking at that stuff. You're like doing way too much. You're trying to trade way too many things, and you don't even know how to trade to begin with. So like that's like all irrelevant information, Stephen, that you shouldn't be focusing on. Because like I mentioned, I'm trying to help you pass FTMO, but you keep asking these questions, bro. You ask me about diamonds, emeralds. Like, bro, if you could trade gold and silver, why are you looking for diamonds and emeralds? It's the same thing. And Neptune said LMFAO. And Steven, don't even think about trading Nasdaq, bro. I already told you, if you follow my directions, I'll help you pass, but you keep trying to do like your own thing. And that's why you're not consistent, right? So just get diamonds and emeralds out of your brain, Steven. You shouldn't be trading that anyways. And you shouldn't be trading the NASDAQ either, because I don't even trade the NASDAQ. So if I'm not trading the NASDAQ, then I don't understand why you're focused on that. Because I know you see this, Steven. Like this is what happens. Steven sees everyone profit on other things, right? He sees Ed over here profiting off gold. He sees Tam over here profiting off NASDAQ. Just because everyone else is profiting doesn't mean that you can profit on it as well, right? Because you have to actually learn how to trade first, Steven. I mean, if you guys have been sitting on these live sessions for the past couple of weeks now, I've been telling Steven like he should learn how to trade rather than copy this stuff, because if he doesn't know what he's doing, like Steven, I want you to learn how to trade. That's going to be your next step. I might have to stop giving you trades for but yeah, just stick to one thing, Steven. Like, look at me. I only trade US 30, right? I mainly trade US 30 and I do really well with US 30. You don't have to go and trade like random things. Rick said he's trying to trade moon dust. Who said vibranium? Vibranium. Cheryl said vibranium. But yeah, guys, if you guys are new here, we're just messing with Steven. He asks a lot of these irrelevant questions every day, which is fine. You know, Steven's a friend to us, so we're just yeah. So, all right, guys, let me go back to the questions here. Sorry, I went off track. But anyways, going to here, the first question was for Jeremy. So Jeremy, for this scalp here, I don't see any scalps that are available right now. But if you did catch this earlier, this was a scalp that was available at 5:30 this morning or 6 o'clock this morning. This would have been the sell scalp. But I don't see anything available for GU right now at this very moment. So our US 30 is looking good, guys. It's in profit. The 10-minute scalp right here is in profit as well. Let me just set a alert for this right here. This is going to be the 10-minute snipe scalp, full TP. Oh man. Byron said, make Steven do a live session with you and see how far he's with his training. Yeah, no, Steven, you're funny, dude. You give us a good laugh every day with your questions and these random things that you're looking for. Yeah, other than that, okay, so our US 30 is about to hit TP, guys. Looking good so far. If you guys took it, still following it right now as we speak. So other than that, let me go back to the questions over here. The next question is going to be for Paul. So Paul wanted me to take a look at gold. Let me pull up gold real quick. And I'm already out of this GU trade. So hopefully you guys pulled out in profit. You guys had a lot of opportunity to pull out in profit. So you guys shouldn't be in drawdown right now. You know, the stop loss should have been moved in profit a long time ago. All right, so let me just delete everything off here real quick. Zoom out from this point. All right, so here's gold. Here's the naked chart. First thing I'm going to do is draw market structure. So I turn on the K2 SR indicator right there. And then I'll go ahead and draw this market structure right here. All right, got that set up right there. Set up right there. I'm getting some messages from you guys. You guys are asking if Steven's a troll. No, he's not a troll. He's just a funny guy. That's been with K2 for a while. You guys will see him. He's always on all the live streams, but he's always asking for things, you know, for things to look at and just specific scalps. Funded Trader said, "Are you a break even for US 30?" No, I don't move stop loss for US 30. I just let it run to full TP or stop loss. Funded Trader, because it's a scalp. So if it's a scalp, it's kind of hard for us to really move, you know, your stop loss and profit. I just let them run, and I let them do what they're supposed to do. So anyways, back to gold over here. Once we've drawn market structure, you guys can see that price consolidated a bit here, was bearish, consolidated, bearish, consolidated, bearish right here, back into consolidation range. And just looking at current price right here, this is going to be, here, I'll just mark this up from this point. Let's see. So, I mean, we could probably, I'm trying to see what's important here. So if you're looking from big perspective, this is going to be the, this is going to be the bigger market structure, right? Because obviously you can see that price broke into this area on February 26th, and then it's just been ranging. Like if I was to delete this zone right here and this zone right, or no, this zone's fine. So if I was to delete these two zones right here, you can see that price is just ranging within this area, right? It hasn't broken above here. It hasn't broken below here. So with that said, this would be the bigger market structure that we'd be looking at. Obviously, we can look a little closer. Looking closer at current market structure right here, it's kind of hard to tell because gold has been bouncing around so often, you know, lately. So like right here, you can see price came down, it came up, it just consolidated for a while. It broke below, then it came back up, and then it went back into consolidation. So if you wanted to just mark this up right here, this would be the main market structure, but this would be the short-term market structure right here. And looking at this over here, I'll turn on the momentum indicator, and you can see that we got a buy signal, right? So you can see when price bounces from structure to structure, it provides a lot of opportunity. So like, for example, right here, we had a rejection from this point. We had a buy signal right here. And then if you decided to take a buy at this point, you would have hit your full TP right there, right? So same situation again right here, rejection off this point, buy signal right here. If you took that right there, you could have wrote it up to this next structure right there as well. So you could have wrote it up to here for a full TP, right? So with that said, you know, just looking at gold, gold is a tricky asset, guys. Right here, the most recent signal is a buy signal, so our bias is still a buy. But the main key for us to look out for here would be, so let me zoom out from here again. All right, so just focusing on the importance of market structure right here. This would be a smaller move. If price ends up breaking above here, then we could, or this is probably not going to be a big, from this point, if price breaks above here, then price can probably come up here. But the main critical price point would be up here. This is where you really want it to break above, because you can see that price hasn't broken above here since February 26th, right? So if price breaks above here, then you can expect it to shoot up even higher, and you can take that buy right there. But looking at this right here, this is going to be an issue because as you can see, price, the last time it reached this area right here, it rejected back down, right? So if you were to take a trade right here, this can easily reject off this point as well and come back down. So there's a couple different scenarios that can play out here, but you know, the main thing that I'd be looking for is if it breaks above this area over here. And that's pretty much what we would be looking for at this point. So, I mean, it's hard to really tell right now, Paul, but I know you're in a buy. So I think, okay, let's see. Paul said his TP was, okay, nice. So you got it at 1741. So if you took this trade right here, the one that I was just mentioning, I think this is the one we covered yesterday, right? Yeah, this is on the 5th. So we covered this yesterday. I mentioned that if you took this trade right here, you could write it up, right? And I think that's what you took. If you guys watched my live session from yesterday, I did cover this trade right here because we did see this buy signal. I was like, yo, if you want to take the buy, go ahead and take the buy. And if you did, it looks like you got out at about, let's see, 1741.5. Oh, perfect, bro. So you got out like exactly where I mentioned, right? Because if you guys watched my live session yesterday, we did have this buy signal here, and I was like, oh, price is probably going to push up and test this structure. As soon as it tests this structure, it can either continue pushing up or it can come back down. And it did exactly that. So I'm glad you made some profit off that, Paul. But yeah, the bigger move that you're looking for now is going to be the break above here. See. All right, TP about to be reached. Let's see. See, we got everyone's profits over here real quick. Bam. Check out the homie right here. Ardonis, dude locked in 25 bucks off that. So guys, it doesn't matter if you have a big account or a small account. Everyone here is profiting, guys. It's not look right here. Here is Jonathan. He made 596 off that trade right there too. So as you guys can see, you know, at K2 here, we all celebrate, guys. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm winning, doesn't matter if you're winning. Right here again as well, Jonathan. So we got a lot of people here with profit. So if you guys have profits you guys want to share, send them over to K2 real quick. Rick over here made 660. Jalan over here made 730 or 703. Nice work, Jalan. You're killing it, bro. So everyone's doing really good here, guys. If you guys have profits to share with me, just send them over, and then we'll share them with the group. Nice. Steven made 722 off that trade. Nice work, Steven. Nice work. Yeah, mine hit TP too. Oh man, I made 1,000 off that. All right, let me show you guys mine too. I didn't realize it hit because our TP stop loss is a little different for FTMO. So we actually already hit TP off this, guys. So I'm already done. We're all out of this trade right here. If you guys want to close out, you guys can close out and profit. But I think all of us are out of the trade already. So I'm going to go ahead and just reset this and then look for a new trade. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys your horns real quick. There you go. And I'm going to go ahead and just delete all this stuff so that we could we can look for the next trade. So yeah, everyone, it looks like everyone's profits hit. So nice work. Yeah, Stanley hit his too. Let me check yours real quick, Stanley. So nice work, Steven. I'm going to forward that over to me. CT over here as well. Damn, look, 2,000 bucks, guys. Congrats to everybody who took any of the trades that I called this morning. You guys are killing it. Fidel over here, dude, 1,000, bro. Damn. It's crazy, guys. Right here too. Here's Cheryl. She's a scalp a few with Shawn this morning. Dude, she locked in 1,000 right here too. So everyone's killing it, guys. If you guys aren't profiting in K2, there's something wrong. Like, there's definitely something wrong because everyone here is killing it. Look at, see Stanley over here. He's not even in the premium. Stanley's just hanging out with us here on the live stream. Dude locked in 110 bucks off that. So congrats to you too, Stanley. Glad to have you back. That's a little welcoming gift for you to come back to K2 after having your kid. So congrats everybody. You know, everyone's killing it. Dennis over here, good shit, everybody. Like I said, it's going to be a great week. Angela over here locked in 1,653. Wow. Okay. So great move for everybody here. Angela said, great morning, y'all. I got in 2 3-minute scalps, then some quick $10 moves off the 3-minute signals when price was ranging. So Angela over here locked in a total of 1,653. So if you guys, it doesn't matter if you guys are in the premium, if you guys are just sitting here on this live session, everyone is profiting. Like, you know, Stanley over here, he just hopped in, made some money real quick. And this is, you know, this is what we've been doing every day here. That dude, I just saw your question right there. Yeah, no, definitely. Oh man, you guys are funny. You guys are hilarious, dude. But yeah, no, congrats to everybody. Congrats to everybody for all these profits being made this morning. So it looks good for everybody over here. Anyways, going back to the daily entry, that one's still running right now, but the I mean, not the daily entry, the 10-minute scalp, but this one over here is still pushing up as well. So I won't we'll keep following it, I guess, until it hits, but I'll just delete this because we already hit TP off that one. But yeah, we're gonna be looking for the next one up next, guys. We got some time coming over here. Oh, I didn't even show you guys my profit. So here's my FTMO over here, or my MT4, I guess. I made 1,495. So I did pretty good this morning. You know, just one trade this morning. I'm up 1,495 so far. So we're doing pretty good so far overall. We'll be looking for some more trades as we go. But other than that, let me see what else is going on over here. So let me just scroll up real quick. I'm gonna see what you guys were talking about as we were I was analyzing everything for you guys. So let me just scroll up. It looks like everyone was just laughing at what we were talking about earlier. Minecraft. Yeah, I'm just going down the chat real quick, guys, because I see everyone over here talking about stuff right here. Moon does. Yeah, Peter said Steven needs to watch all the daily sessions from month of March. You watch them all, still understand that. All right, let me scroll down. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. So if you guys had any other questions here, you guys can put them in the YouTube. If I missed your question, just put the question again, because there's a lot of messages that came through. So I'm trying to see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. Yeah, Steve, you got to pass, bro. You got to pass if you follow this properly. Charul said, sorry if this may sound silly, but how do you open multiple charts of the same currency from the same broker? So Charul, for me, I use tabs. So you can see right here on the top, I have different tabs that I use. So I have one for the 10-minute scalp. I have one for the 3-minute scalp. I have one for the 1-minute scalp. Then I have one for my Forex trades over here. And then I have one for my indexes, right? So if you want to use these tabs right here, Charul, you can. You just need to click on this right here and click new chart layout. And it'll give you a brand new layout for a new tab. If you just want multiple charts on one screen, then you can just click on this button right here. And this is one screen right here, right? But if you want to put 2 screens, click on this button right here, and you can do 2 screens, 3 screens, 4 screens, 5 screens, 6 screens, 8 screens. But I don't really like that many screens. I just like 2 max because it takes up a lot of space. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. There we go, full TP. So everyone has no excuse not to hit full TP at this point, because that officially hit full TP, guys. So officially full TP. I did see a lot of people here. Nice. Let me just give this update over here real quick for you guys. $250. So I'll just give you guys an update right here. So full TP off that 3-minute scalp. Let's pass that over to there. C-Suk made about 1,166. Nice work, guys. So everyone's killing it, guys. Like, there's no excuse for you guys not to be making profit today, this morning. Looks like everyone's up like at least 1,000 each. If you have the FTMO count, if you're doing FTMO, everyone's up at least 1,000. If you're doing a normal account, you should still be up a couple $100. There is no reason for anyone to not have profit this morning. Like, literally, if you took any of the trades that I called this morning, GU, if you took US 30, all of them should be in profit. The 3 minutes in profit, 10 minutes in profit, GU's in profit, everything's in profit. So we're all done with this trade. Move on to the next one. So if we see another buy entry, I'll take it. If not, we're going to sit tight. So thanks, Ivan. Wing. That was a typo on my end. Thanks, Ivan, for correcting. Mikkel said, I don't know how Mikkel didn't hit TP. This is way past TP now. So it's like impossible for you not to hit TP right there. Here, if you guys can answer Mikkel's question in the premium, guys. So whoever's in the premium, if you guys can answer Mikkel's question here, there's no way that Mikkel should not hit TP, because this is way past TP at this point. So if someone can just answer his question, or Josh, if you can answer it, that'd be good. Just so I don't waste my time answering questions that are in the group right now, because I'm trading live. So if you guys can answer his question, that'd be good. Otherwise, we'll start looking for some more trades here. So let me scroll down real quick and see if there's anything over here. Neptune's still looking for the full TP number. Let's see. So Neptune said, Shawn, should I continue to hold the 10-minute, Shawn? I'm using proper risk. Right, I have the same question, Gallo. So with the 10-minute here, I personally would close out of it, guys. I don't know if you guys want to hold on to it. I mean, it still looks like an unsafe trade to me. If you guys want to hold on to it, feel free, because we're looking for another buy here. But see here what's happening. We're going to have to wait for it to come down anyways. So I would just close out of the 10-minute. And then if we have another 3-minute, then we just hop back in. and then you made profit both ways, because it's going to draw down for a little bit here. If it draws down, you kind of just threw away money at that point. So if it was me, because I don't feel comfortable with this trade, I would have closed out already in profit, and then I would just wait for another buy here on the 3-minute for me to hop on, if you guys want to. But like I mentioned, again, that's if you guys want to. It's a personal decision if you guys want to risk it. But you guys know how I trade. I don't like to lose trades. I like to win every single trade. So that's why I'm really careful about the trades that I take. Nice. Shalon said 6 more to pass challenge. Nice, bro. Almost on there. Nice. Camo said I closed his 10-minute. He made 600 bucks. Nice work, man. So it looks like everyone here is killing it, guys. I mean, there's no nice. Sam took 250. So it looks like everyone here is killing it, guys. If you guys have any other profits here that that you guys want to share with me, just post them in any of the groups, and then I'll save them in our saved messages over here. So just looking at that one scalp that I called for you guys here on the 3-minute, you guys can see all the profits everyone made. Sisuk made 1,166. Angela made 1,653. So I'm saying everyone made at least 1,000 today. There's no reason for anyone to make less than 1,000. If you were trading on FTMO, if you're trading on a personal account, you should still make a couple $100, right? So like Stanley over here made 110 bucks. See Patricia over here. Damn. Patricia made $1,000 too, right? So I'm telling you guys, there's no reason for you guys to be in the negative. You guys should be heavy in the positive today. So yeah, looks like everyone's doing pretty good. Cheryl over here made a couple thousand. Fidel over here made 1,000. So I'm saying if you guys took this trade on FTMO or any funding, account, you should be at least above 1,000 or 2,000 there. Jalan over here made 703. And this is like his other account. Jonathan over here on his personal 59, his FTMO 596. Ardonis over here made 25. Ed over here made 2,518. The list goes on. So that's it for this right now, guys. We'll start looking for some more trades here. This is fine if this closes with a sell signal, because after that, we're going to be looking for a buy. So we'll be waiting for this here. Here's back on the 10-minute, and see how it's continuing to drop, guys. This is why I recommend a close out and profit now, and then just hop back in for this 3-minute over here once it hits, because it's just too risky to hold on to this trade right now. Other than that, let me check the questions real quick. So I looked at gold already for Paul. I think I'm done analyzing that. The next question is CHFJPY for Yash. So if you guys have any other questions, I can take a look, but this is going to be the last question for right now until we have more questions that come in. So Yash, let me go and delete everything off the chart, zoom out from this point. And just one thing, guys, I always forget to remind you guys, but if you guys can just like the stream, that'll definitely help so that we can find other people who want to profit with us. I don't charge anything for these streams. I'm here to give free info every day, guys. I'm here to answer all your questions, share my trades with you guys. And, it's a lot more fun when there's a lot of us here profiting off the same trade. So if you guys can like the stream, that's like basically all that I'm really asking you guys for here. And I'll continue to come on these live sessions to give you guys these, these trades and answer all these questions for you guys. So other than that, okay, Josh, we got a 3-minute signal right there for you, Josh. Let's go back over there real quick. It's still pending. So it's a pending sell. It's fine. Let's see what else we got over here. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, dude, it's funny. The people in the chat are just like, oh, it's that freaking, that one dude that's always lurking in the back. You guys know what we're talking about. That dude that's always lurking in the back. All right, let me go ahead and Snip Team said, Steven, don't worry about what you didn't make. Yeah, Steven, don't worry about that. You worry too much about that, bro, about the irrelevant stuff. So looking at CHF JPY right here, we have a price break above structure at this area. So let's see. So yeah, looking at this right here for CHF JPY, we have a rejection off this point. And we had a break and close past structure. So let me just check this real quick. I don't think we have a ceiling, so we need to go out in the higher time frame to grab the higher zone. Oh crap! Why did I close that? Oops. There we go. All right, so we just got to get the higher zone over here. So we got this upper zone over here. And then from that point, we have this coming out over here. So we have price breaking structure right there. We'll pull up so just like I mentioned before, guys, this is going to be market structure. So we're going to go ahead and draw this from this point. So you can see price broke into this area. This is going to be brand new market structure right here. So price just broke into new market structure off this candle right here. And it was ranging within this area for the past, let's see, past couple days or so. Or no, it's been a while. So price broke into this market structure, this big market structure on February 17th up until April 6th. And then today it finally broke outside of here. So with that said, we'll turn on the momentum indicator right here. We have a bullish momentum, so our bias is going to be for a buy. We had a rejection from this point. We got a buy signal right here. And then price broke and closed past the structure right there. So with that said, this would provide for a buy entry right over here. Very nice. So yeah, this would be the entry right here if you're applying the K2SR strategy. So this would be the entry right here. It's currently active. It's currently at entry point, but this is going to be the entry for this specific asset right here. If you were trading CHF-JPY. CHF-JPY is not really one of my favorite pairs to trade because they're both safe haven currencies. So you see a lot of unusual movement with them depending on what's going on in the market. So in order to see how strong each one is, we'll pull up the SXY over here, which is a Swiss franc index. And then we'll pull up the JXY over here, which is a Japanese yen index. So with that said, you can see here that they're both bullish, right? So if they're both bullish, this is tricky because if they're both bullish, then you're just going to see this go sideways, right? You're not going to see too much movement. It looks like this is probably attempting to continue pushing up and this is attempting to come down. So if this is the case where this ends up pushing up and this ends up pushing down, then you can expect, CHF-JPY to push up from this point right here. Yeah, Jasmine said news is happening. Yeah, we have FOMC today. So we're probably going to call the session off a little earlier today because I don't want to tempt myself to enter any trades that are unnecessary. But yeah, it is 8 o'clock right now. So the FOMC meeting, or actually the FOMC is happening right now. The meeting minutes come out at 11. So, or not, it's not gonna happen right now. Maybe like around 9. So like in about an hour, they're probably gonna have their meeting, and then the meeting minutes just means that they're going to be releasing, the notes from their meeting. I think it's a closed off meeting, so we're not really gonna have anything available to look at. So we're probably gonna see some crazy movement. Well, not crazy movement, but like some unusual market movement from now until then. So looking at US 30 right here, this is perfectly fine, right? Because you can see this pattern right here, price comes down. And then as soon as we get that buy signal, we take that buy to full TP, right? Same situation over here. This is coming back down. This is perfectly fine because once we get that buy signal above here, what do you think we're going to do? We're going to take that buy again, right? So I'm not too worried about this right here. We're just going to keep watching it. If we don't have any new trades up until like, let's see, 9 o'clock, then we're probably going to, we're probably just going to hold off. So I'll probably run this session up until 9, guys. So we're probably going to cut this session off a little early today because of the FOMC. I know if we stay on during the FOMC, I'm going to be tempted to enter trades, and I don't really want to enter trades when the news like that's happening, because that's when we end up making mistakes, right? We end up taking trades that we shouldn't be taking because there's trades that look good, but the news events are pushing price up and down. So you really don't want to trade during news. So I'll stay on the session for about an hour. So if you guys have any other questions, put your questions out now so that I can answer them. Otherwise, we'll start looking for some more scalps here. But if we don't have anything anytime soon, then we will probably just call it a day a little early today. Because, and the main reason for that, guys, is like I mentioned, there's news coming up. The problem with this here is because we don't know what's going on during the event, right? The meeting is going on behind closed doors. So the meeting is happening from like 9 to 11. And then 11, they release the transcript of what they covered. So you're going to start to see people speculate, like from 9 until 11, you're going to see people like push price up, push price down. And then you guys don't really want to be trading when that's happening, because that's just going to cause a lot of uncertainty in the market. Like right here, you're probably going to see some spike up, spike down, vice versa. And then if you see that, you're probably going to hop into some bad scalps because you're going to think price is going one way or the other. But in reality, it's just being pushed around due to the news. And the Fed's going to affect US 30 directly, and other US pairs as well. So just keep that in mind, guys. Hopefully you guys close out of this 10-minute right here, because obviously, it's coming back down. Like I mentioned, if you close it earlier when I told you guys to, you would have closed out and profit way up here, right? So just keep that in mind, guys, and be careful. Market's not something to play with, especially during this time. Nice. So Lee over here, he locked in. He said this week so far, Lee just signed up for K2 not too long ago. He locked in about 635. So that's pretty good, bro. He traded, like, I don't even trade GJ. I don't trade GJ or EJ. So he traded these on his own. Dude locked in a lot of profit for the Dow 30, GJ, and EJ right here. So congrats, Lee. You did really good, dude. I know you're brand new to K2. So, it doesn't matter. If you've been in K2 for months, years, days, you guys can still be profiting regardless. Let's check this real quick over here. Nice. Yeah, Tam over here, she's over here doing her own thing on the side. She took these 2 scalps right here, full TP off the Nasdaq, and then another one right here. Damn, she's on point. So as you guys can see right here, the market's starting to move kind of weird, right? It shot up, then it shot right back down. This is what I'm talking about markets starting to act kind of funky around the FOMC meeting. Unless they started already. They might have started right now at 8, because like I mentioned, the minutes come out at 11. So they usually start 2 to 3 hours before. So this is why we're being a little careful, because we don't want to get caught in, this risky movement here. And you guys know how I trade. I don't like to lose trades, so I'm not going to take that risk. Let's see. Other than that, yeah, if you guys have any other profits you guys want to share with me, send them over. Otherwise, we have a pretty good day so far. Everyone's profits over here. And I'll be posting this to the groups at the end of the session. So, all right. So that's it for that right there. Let me see if there's any other questions here in the chat before I continue on. So I'm done with CHFJPY. Let me just scroll up real quick. Let's see. Nice. All right. So Neptune said, I saw it already. Eric said, hi, is it possible to grow a $100 account? I mean, you can grow any dollar account, Eric. It's just, you have to be consistent. You have to know what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you have a $100 account, if you have a $1,000 account, you can grow any account. If you have a $5 account, you can trade like, nano lots and make pennies, but you can still make, you can grow any account size. Gallo is asking, so should I focus on the 5-minute strategy or the 3-minute strategy? Gallo, which 5-minute strategy are you referring to? Because we haven't used a 5-minute strategy in like, I don't know, like years now. I don't think we've used that well, I don't even know which strategy you're referring to. And I'm not sure which one you're referring to for the 3-minute either. So if you could be a little more specific, Gallo, with which one you're talking about, I can answer your question better. But I'm not sure which one you're referring to. Because we only trade the snipe strategy on the 10-minute. The snipe strategy is on the 10-minute. Josh's strategy is on the 3-minute. And this 1-minute is something that I haven't even taught to you guys yet. So I'm not sure which one are you following. You might be using the pivot strategy or, one of the original scalping strategies, but we haven't used those I probably haven't used those in over a year now. So I don't use those myself. I mean, they still work, but if you could be a little more specific with your question, I can answer that better. So I think that's it with the questions right now. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat and then I can take a look. Let me pull up the Zoom chat real quick. Steven said, who the hell is Steven? Who the hell is Steven? Yeah, no, Steven is, he's one of our members here in K2 iPhone. August said, Shawn, I can only be on live sessions sporadically. Please refresh 30-minute. Can you please refresh? I mean, it still works fine, Aga. I'm not sure where the confusion is. I mean, there's no need for a refresh because it still works. I mean, if you're applying, so here, I'm going to show you guys the, and I'm not sure which 30-minute Forex strategy you're talking about, Aga, because we have a lot of strategies. I mean, there's like 8 strategies that are available to you. So if you could be a little more specific with your question too, guys, if you guys are asking questions that are very specific, you guys have to be a little more detailed with what you're looking for, because we do have the 30-minute intraday strategy. It's still here and it still works perfectly fine, right? So like, for example, right here, AGA, full TP right there, right? So I'll show you guys the different strategies that we have. I'll try to go over them real quick. Let's see. So I'll just replay it to this right here. So if you're applying the K2 intraday strategy, basically for this, Gallo's asking, yeah, it was from the videos on the K2 website. Yeah, Gallo, you still got to be a little more specific, because here, I'll just pull up the videos for you here. There's a lot of strategies here that are available for you. And same with you, Aga. If you have a specific strategy that you want to cover, or something that you want to learn, like, be a little more specific with your question, and then I can answer it for you, because I can say that's a problem. So many strategies. Okay, I'll show you one thing, right? It doesn't matter what strategy you're applying. So here, let me show you what I'm talking about here. So here's the strategies, right? I feel like a lot of people here have like a lot of excuses for like why they can't figure something out. But look, I'll show you this real quick. So here's the intraday strategy, right? Number one, intraday strategy right here. I'll go over with you like a few seconds. So this is the K2 intraday strategy, right? And the requirements are very simple. First, confirm valid K2 signal, right? Two, confirm valid K2, or confirm K2 trend meter matches signal. That's it, right? After that, enter on the open of the following candle, right? So Aga, here's the intraday strategy, right? We have a valid buy signal right here. It's green down here. You enter this for a long position. I guess you can go for 30 pips or so, or maybe even more. You can go for maybe like 40 pips, right? Depending on what you want to look for. Your stop loss TP is going to depend on, what your range is. So if you take that trade there, what do you see right there? Full TP, right? So with that said right there, there's a full TP with that strategy right there, right? That's the K2 intraday strategy. So if you look at the strategies here, I mean, it doesn't matter what you learn, Aga, they all work. So there's really no excuse for you not to have one that works for you, because there's an intraday strategy right there, right? Momentum pullback strategy, I'll show you that right here. And this is just me debunking, because I feel like everyone that I talk to, like, their excuse is usually like, oh, look, I can't find one that works, or there's too many strategies. Well, you just got to focus on one strategy and master it, right? You don't have to go and learn like 100 strategies. You just have to learn one that you like. So this is a K2 momentum strategy, right? Confirm valid K2 signal. Second, confirm K2 trend meter does not match. 3, enter on the open of the, or enter on the high of the signal candle if it's for a buy, or enter on the low of the signal candle if sell. So here's the momentum strategy, right? It's the same thing. You're just looking for opposite. For here, you want them to match. For these, you want them not to match. So looking at this strategy right here, here's a valid signal. The trend meter doesn't match, right? So if you're entering a buy, you're going to enter on the high of the signal candle. So right here, we enter a long position right there, right? And this is probably going to be like a smaller move, like what, like 30 pips or so. So with that said, the trade hasn't filled yet. Let the trade run. And this thing is just consolidating. All right, so it consolidates for a long time, but it hits full TP, right, Aga? So it doesn't matter. If you apply this strategy, you still hit full TP. You apply this strategy, it still hits full TP. It makes like literally no difference. So, I mean, instead of trying to like find like, find something that you're looking for, like here's 2 strategies that work right there, right? I'm going down the list of strategies here. This hit full TP, this hit full TP, the snipe strategy, you already know the snipe strategy that hits full TP, the pivot strategy. So again, right here, pivot strategy, right? It really doesn't matter what you're trying to apply. You just have to actually apply it yourself and not look for reasons for you like not to succeed, because there's no reason for you not to succeed here. So again, same situation right here. I already showed you 3 strategies and they all hit TP, right? So again, right here, K2 pivot strategy. So 1, confirm overall or confirm trend via K2 trend meter. 2, confirm retracement. 3, confirm rejection. 4, and obviously this is more detailed, but you guys have to go and watch the actual video. I'm just trying to go through this really quickly to show Aga that every strategy works. It doesn't matter what you use. There's really no excuse for you not to be successful using these strategies. It's just, you got to stop making excuses and actually apply the strategy yourself. And then confirm valid K2 momentum signal, right? 5, enter on the open of the following candle. So I'm still in the same area. I'm looking at the same area for GJ right here, right? It doesn't matter which strategy you're applying, they all work. So again, right here, confirm the trend. Price is above the or not trend meter, the K2 pivots. So price is above the pivots here. Price is trending up, right? That's first requirement. Requirement number 1's met. Confirm retracement, right? Price is trending up right here. We have a retracement right here. So that's going to be that right there. Confirm rejection, right? Requirement number 3. Rejection down here. That's requirement number 3. Confirm valid K2 momentum signal right here, right? All those requirements are met. Enter on the open of the falling candle right there. I don't know, we should go for like 40 pips, I guess. Generally, you put our stop loss at the previous swing, which should be like somewhere around here. So with that said, you let that run. And there you go, full TP, Aga. So it doesn't matter like what strategy that you're trying to look for. I feel like you might have not actually done the work, right? You can't just like expect yourself to be successful and not do any work. So I showed you 3 strategies right there that all work, right? What else do I need to show you? I mean, we have a lot of strategies here. I can show you every single strategy and they all work. So if you guys want to learn this, you guys have to actually put in the work and actually do it. You guys can't just be like, oh, I signed up to K2 and I'm gonna be a millionaire, right? It's not gonna work unless you actually make it work. So I think that's it. I mean, I showed you 3 strategies there already. If you want to see the snipe strategy right here, I'm sure I could find one right here as well around the same area. Let's see. So we're still in the same exact area right here, right? I'm not changing anything up. I'm just showing you guys everything that that works right here. Okay, same situation right here. I just showed you 3 strategies that work in the same exact price point, right? We turn this off right here. We turn this off right here. And I'm just debunking like everyone's excuse, right? Because everyone's always telling me like, oh, I can't find something that works. Well, I just showed you right here that every strategy works for the same area. So this is a K2 snipe strategy right here. 1, you confirm wick rejection off K2 pivot, right? Confirm wick rejection off K2 SR zone. And then lastly, confirm wick rejection off K2 pivot does not touch candle body, right? And then after that, enter on the open of the following candle. All right, so here we go. Same situation. Same area here, this red candle right here. Let's rewind it a little bit. We're in the same area where I applied all 4 strategies. They all hit full TP. Again, right here, confirm wick rejection off the K2 pivot. This red candle right here rejects off the pivot. Confirm wick rejection off the K2 SR zone. There's a rejection right there. Confirm wick rejection off the K2 pivot. Doesn't touch the candle body. This red pivot isn't touching the candle body. So with that said, you enter right here. And then same situation, was like 40 pips or so. I don't know, something like that. You let this run. There you go, full TP, right? So I'm not sure like where your issue is, because I just showed you 4 strategies in the same exact area and they all hit full TP. So, my advice is to actually do the work. Like you can't just expect to be successful at trading and not actually learn the trades. Because I just showed you 4 strategies back to back right here. I mean, I don't know what else to show you guys. Okay, again, right here. Here, I'll show you one more strategy. So here's another one right here, right? This is going to be the K2 SR strategy, or here, let me see if I can. Yeah, I made such a mess over here. with all of these because I showed you guys all the strategies here. So there's 4 strategies there that work, Aga. If you don't find one that works for you, then I mean, they all work obviously because I just showed you 4 that work in the same area. Here's the another one right here. I'll show you one more strategy and then we're going to be done with covering these strategies. So again, right here, same exact area, K2 SR zone strategy, right? To confirm, break, and close past K2 SR zone. To confirm direction of price using K2 momentum indicator. And then after that, enter on the open of the following candle. So there we go. Another easy strategy, right? Just is check mark right here. Confirm, break, and close past K2 SR zone. This candle breaks and closes past it. You check that off. Confirm direction of price using the K2 momentum indicator. Right here, we have a buy signal. So we're only looking for buys. Lastly, you want to enter on the open of the falling candle, right? So right here, you enter a long position. You let that run and full TP eventually. Where's the full TP at? Right there, full TP, right? So, you know, I'm just showing you guys that there's really no excuse for you guys not to be able to trade properly or trade consistently profitable. You know, I gave you guys 5 strategies right here already, right? I covered. So I'll go back and just find a strategy that works for you and then actually learn it. Like you have to actually go and practice and learn it. You can't just be like, oh, it's going to work because it's supposed to work, right? I just showed you 5 different strategies here and they all hit TP. I showed you the snipe strategy, hit full TP. I showed you the intraday strategy to hit full TP. I showed you the SR strategy right here, full TP. Pivot strategy, momentum strategy. I mean, you have a lot of options here. You just have to pick one and learn it. You can't just like bounce from one to one and then say it doesn't work when I just showed you right here that they all work, right? So just, you know, just showing you guys that this is, you know, it's possible. It's just, you guys have to actually put in the work. So other than that, I think that's it. So Aga, hopefully that answered your question. Because you said to please narrow it down. I already narrowed it down for every single strategy. So you saw all of them work properly. If you want to go back and rewind that, you can see, but I just showed you every strategy works, right? So I think what you have to do is just, you know, stop making excuses about not finding the right one because they all work. So just pick one. You could even just, you know, just put your finger on the screen and just like point at something. And then if you find, like, if you want to do this, learn that. If you want to do this, learn that. If you want to do this, learn that. It just really doesn't matter which one you want to learn because they all work. So other than that, guys, I think that's it for now. Let me see if there's any other questions here in the chat and then we can continue on. So let's see. I don't think there's any other trades that we're looking to take though. So I think we might be done for the day because it is 8:30 and then the FOMC starts in about 30 minutes, or they're going to have their meeting in 30 minutes. Their minutes aren't going to come out until 11. So we, I mean, we really don't have much to do because I don't want to trade during FOMC. So I'm probably just going to log off because I know myself, like you guys know how you trade, you know, if you guys know yourself, you guys will know if you guys, you guys know when you start to trade bad. When I trade bad when news is happening because I get too tempted to hop into stuff. And it's better for me to just hop off the charts for like until that's all done. So I'm personally probably going to log off, but let me check the chat real quick. Yeah, no problem, Aga. But and we've had this conversation before, right, Aga? We've talked about the strategies. Like we've had mentoring sessions, and I've gone over I've gone over everything with you, right? So like, I mean, it really depends on like you. Like if you have an issue, Aga, I'm here to help you. Like I'm here to help everyone in K2, just be successful at trading. But if you haven't put in the work, because the thing is here, you're asking me to narrow down the strategies, right? If you actually went through the strategies and applied them, then you would have already narrowed it down yourself. But the thing is you haven't done that. So I'm not trying to call you, I'm not saying that you made excuses or any of that stuff or that didn't work. It's just, you have to put in the work yourself to figure out what you like to do because all of them work perfectly fine. But yeah, Aga, if you find one that you like, let me know and then I'll help you master that. But it's going to be, you have your own trading personality. I can't tell you which one works best for you. You just have to apply it yourself and then pick the one that that works best for you. Once you find one that works, then I can help you further. But I can't just pick one out for you, because if I pick one out for you, like if I say use a snipe strategy and you don't like that, then you're just going to go in the same circle and then try to learn everything else again when you can just focus on one. But yeah, okay. I'm here to help you out if you have any other help with, or if you need any other help with mastering these strategies. So other than that, I think that's it for now, guys. I don't see any other questions here. Let me just scroll up real quick and see if there's anything over here. Let's see, EX said, okay, so EX have an issue with FTMO. Let's see, Gallo's good. Gallo, yeah, no, that works too. That 5-minute strategy works as well. I mean, they all work. I just went over all of them right here. So depending on what you want to apply it on, Gallo, I mean, that does work, but we haven't really been using that lately. If you want to use what everyone's using, we're using Josh's 3-minute. We're using this and we're using the snipe. So see, this is why I told you guys not to exit up here, right? So this is why I decided not to take this trade this morning. And this is why I mentioned that you guys should have closed your trade up here, because look what happened. Market's starting to get all funky. So this is why we're going to sit out the market for a bit, because you can see this unusual movement, right? You can see price shot up from here. Let's see, it shot up about 1,500 pips. And then from up there, it shot down about 1,000 pips. And then it shot back up right here, another 1,000 pips, and then back down another 1,000 pips right there. So this is why I'm deciding to log off early today, guys, because I don't want to get caught in these trades, right? Because the thing is right here, we have a sell entry, right? You probably could have taken this trade right here, but it's risky because you don't know when it's going to shoot back up. Because I could probably see it shoot back up in the next 30 minutes or so, or it can bounce back and forth. So it just really depends on what the market wants to do. So I personally recommend you guys sit out the market too, unless you guys want to just take risk. I mean, feel free, but take a smaller lot size, because the market's probably going to start moving back and forth. It's just going to bounce between this area right here up until Asia session. So we already have our wins for today, which is fine. We have our wins for this morning. Let's see. CT always posts that little GIF thing there. So yeah, it looks like, oh, so Trell actually saw it right here, or no, Tam did. Yeah, so Tam actually took that sell right there, right here. So she took that sell that I just marked up for you guys right here, because we did have the rejection off this point. So looking at this candle right here, there's a wick rejection off the K2 pivot, and then there's also a wick rejection off the K2 SR zone, and that would provide for a sell entry right here. But like I was mentioning, this is kind of risky. It's not something that I would take, but it looks like some of you guys did take it here. So it's currently in profit, but the risk about this right here is that this can easily come back and reverse on you at any moment. So that's one thing that you want to look out for. But yeah, other than that, let's see. Yeah, because this can reject off this point right here. Looks like you guys are currently in that trade right here. Yeah. So it looks like you're halfway to full TP, Tam. I'm not sure if you're in that as well, Trell, but we're probably going to see a lot of unusual movement for a bit. Nice. Ed over here locked in. Dang. So Ed locked in 2,812 for today. So nice work, Ed. Some great work for all you guys here. Let me just check this out real quick. Yeah, crazy profit today for everybody, guys. Congrats to everybody in K2. There's no reason why you guys didn't make profit today. I did call like 2 or 3 trades already, and they all hit full TP. So like Ed over here locked in 2,812. Lee locked in 635. Lee locked in another 309. Patricia over here locked in a couple thousand right here, like about 4,000 or 5,000. Sisuk locked in 1,166. Angela over here locked in 1,653. Stanley over here, his welcome back profits right here made 109. Cheryl over here locked in a couple thousand right there. Fidel locked in 1,068. So if you guys have an FTMO account, there's like no reason why you guys didn't lock in at least 1,000 today. CT over here locked in 2,150. Jalan over here locked in 703. Jonathan locked in 59 on his personal. He locked in 596 on his FTMO. Ardonis over here locked in 25. Ed over here on his other account locked in 2,518. Tam locked in about 200 off her Nasdaq trade. Her second account, she locked in 190. Cheryl over here on her other account locked in 2,315. Ray over here locked in, I think, 30 or 40 euros. Lee locked in 236 on his other account. Ed again over here, 2,000. And you guys can see the timestamp right here for today, right? And then the last prop from today was Trell for 1,816. So congrats to everybody here. I think this is it for this session. You know, like I mentioned, if you guys are trading during the news, be careful. Make sure to move your stop loss and profit when possible. But other than that, I think this is, you know, this is pretty much it for the day, guys. So if you guys are brand new here, just a reminder, I go live every day at 6:30 a.m. on New York Stock Exchange Open, so we can take these scalps. So if you guys made some money with us today, we'll be back tomorrow to make some more money. But I will be in the premium all throughout the day, and during Asia session, I'll probably call some trades if I see anything good. But I personally don't see anything right now, you know, worth taking. So I think other than that, I think that's it. Eric's asking, when you're on FTMO, what risk percentage are you taking per trade? It depends on what you're trading. If you're trading, you know, if you're scalping, you can take about 1%. If you're taking the bigger move for the daily entry, you'll take like maybe less than 1%, because you only have a 5% risk that you can take for the entire, you know, for the entire day, and then 10% total. So, I mean, it just depends on your risk appetite. Like, so Steven right here, he said 1% for signals, 2.5 for scalping. That's way too high, Steven. I think you're going way too overboard with that. But yeah, I mean, you should be fine. Yeah, Steven, you're going way too high, but you're not supposed to do 2.5 for scalping. I don't know where you got that number from. 2.5 lot size is not the same as 2.5% risk, Steven. So just keep that in mind with your trades, because I don't think you got the numbers right. Yeah, 1% doesn't mean sorry, guys, it's funny. Steven, you cracked me up, dude. But Steven, you should make sure you're using proper lot size. Because here's the thing, if you're using 2.5 for scalping, if you lose 2 scalps, you've already lost your FTMO, right? So I'm pretty sure you're not using 2.5, Steven. You're using a 2.5 lot size, but you're not using a 2.5. Exactly. So Steven just corrected himself. I knew he was wrong, Steven, because there's no way you're taking 2.5 per scalp. Because if you're doing that, then you're gonna fail your FTMO after 2 scalps. So yeah, no, you're good, Steven. I already knew you made the mistake when you said 2.5%. But yeah, guys, so thanks for showing up. I'll be back tomorrow, but I will be available all throughout the morning session to answer questions. If you guys want to send me an email, or if you guys want to sign up to K2 and get access to these indicators, just go on the website, k2trades.com, click on K2 strategy course right here, and then you'll have access to these indicators so that you can apply the strategy yourself, just like everyone over here. Damn, look at Sisuk. He took another trade right here on his own. Dude took that sell right there, locked in 1,600 for the day. This dude smacked him right now. Quen over here locked in 812 and 931. So Quen locked in about 2,000 as well. So guys, you guys can see here that there's no reason for you guys not to be profitable in K2. So if you guys want to have access to the K2 indicators, just go on the website, k2trades.com, click on K2 strategy course right here, and then you'll be able to make a ton of profit every single day with everyone here at K2. So other than that, guys, thanks for showing up, and then I'll catch you guys in the chat. So till then, guys, I'll probably be back for, actually, let me check my calendar. All right, yeah, I might be live later today with Joey and Kyle and Billy maybe, but I'm not sure yet. I have some personal stuff I got to do around 3 p.m. So I'll try to be on later for Asia session. If not, then I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for the live session. So thanks for showing up, guys, and I will catch you guys tomorrow morning, if not this afternoon. So